guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming 3 looks with the Dollhouse palette from Blend Bunny. Now I already did an initial first impressions video with the palette, and today I thought it would be fun for me to come back and do 3 more looks with this palette. I don't usually do 3 look videos, but I'm trying to get better about showing different looks with palettes I already have in my collection on my channel this year. So wish me luck. Hopefully I can do more 3 look videos in the future. So definitely let me know if you like this type of video. Give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed, and without further blabbering, let's get into it. If you guys are new to my channel, my name is KARENHARRIS. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I've been on this platform for a long time, and when I first got on YouTube, I had the hardest time finding swatches, eye looks, and comparisons for people with my skin tone. So I decided to take matters into my own hands and start up a YouTube channel. So if that sounds interesting to you, this is the place for you to be. We have lots of new makeup release videos, and we do anti-hauls, we do ranking videos, lots and lots of things. So highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post. And now let's get into my 3 looks video. Okay, we're playing with this palette today. I'm so excited. I think I want to do like a rose gold soft look, something I would do with like the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette, just to kind of show you guys the diversity you can create with this palette, because I feel like Blend Bunny is so known for the very colorful palettes that I thought this would be fun. So I'm just grabbing this Nabla brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Baby Doll. So I'm going to use that to just kind of set my eyeshadow primer and kind of kick things off as far as the crease goes. I know a lot of you are kind of skipping on this palette because of this row, especially if you have like my skin tone, which, I mean, I get it, but this is kind of what a shade like that would be used for, in my humble opinion. And I mean, it does have like a wash of color, so I'm just taking this big old blending brush and just running that all over the crease, being really messy. If I was dealing with a darker color, I would definitely have more control of my blush. Of my brush, not my blush. Anyway, now I'm going to go into the shade Rouge, which is like this perfect mauve shade. And we're going to throw that in the crease as well. Okay, love that. And now I want like a tapered brush because I want to do the outer corner. So I'm going to grab the E27 from Sigma. I love this brush. It has like a blender, but it also has like a pinch ferrule so that the bristles aren't like open wide kind of situation. So I grabbed the shade Plum, which is a dark purple, like super dark. And I'm just going to put that on the outer corner here and help deepen up my outer corner and my outer crease. Okay, so I'm just grabbing this Nabla brush again, going into the shade Rouge, and I'm just going to help blend the dark shade into the crease. Super duper easy. Now the hard part is the lid shade. I think I'm going to go into the shade called Tool. It's like a really pretty pink shade, and it's very like romantic looking. So I'm grabbing another Nabla brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Tool, pick it up, going to give it a nice spray. Oh, this is such a pretty color. It's like a duochrome pink gold shade. I will say that shade Tool, it's beautiful, but it's definitely not like, oh my god, bam kind of shade. But it's definitely workable. If you want something even punchier, I would say you might want to reach for like a really pretty duochrome or multichrome from, say, like an Adept palette, which is also fine in my opinion, because we probably all have palettes like that. Okay, so for the lower lash line, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to use this shade from ColourPop. It's the shade Charmer. And now I'm going to work on the lower lash line. So I'm going to go into the shade Rouge, which is that mauve shade that I put all over my crease, and I'm just going to use that to blend out my waterline. And then I'm going to use the dark shade called Plum in the very outer corner just to give it some depth. And then we need a really pretty inner corner shade. So I think I'm actually going to reach for my Dior highlighter palette that's in my Shop My Stash this week. I'm going to go into this pink shade And I'm just going to use that as the highlighter shade. Ooh, pretty. Can I say that about my own makeup? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a lip color on, finish up my hair, and I'll be right back to show you guys the final look. Okay guys, so here is the look with the kind of mauve shades from the Blend Bunny palette. I just want to tell you guys really quick what else is on my face today, just so you guys know. So my lip combo is ColourPop's lip liner in Dopey and the lip gloss from Lunar Beauty. This is the shade Divine. I actually thought this shade wasn't gonna be for me, but it's actually really pretty, and his lip glosses are so comfy, so that's my lip combo. I sprayed my face with MAC Fix Plus. I'm trying to use some of these up because I have so many little guys like that. I'm wearing the Rare Beauty bronzer stick, and over that I'm wearing the Samantha March bronzer. For highlighter, I grabbed the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette, and I'm wearing the shade Strobe, which is right here. And then for concealer and foundation today, I have on the Kosas Tinted Face Oil. I wear the shade 7.5 and the NARS concealer in the shade Ginger. I could definitely go darker with this shade. I will eventually. I've been trying to decide if I'm gonna get rid of this or pan this, and I decided to try and pan it. So working on that. And then for setting my face, I'm trying to use up this Hourglass Ambient Lighting Infinity Powder. So that is everything on my face. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. And now let's get into the next eye look with the Blend Bunny palette. Okay, so we're doing look 2 with the Dollhouse palette today. I saw a really beautiful grungy eyeshadow look that Blend Bunny posted on her Instagram stories. So I'm going to try and recreate that one because I thought it was beautiful, and it's definitely something different from what I would usually do with this palette. And it's probably honestly a little much for just hanging out with Freya today, but I think it'll be a fun look if I can pull it off. So, okay, so I'm going to start off with the shade Display from the second row. It's like a gray purple kind of shade, and I'm using my Refer number 1 brush, and I'm just going to put that on the crease and kind of messily apply it all the way up to just before the brow bone, because this is a very smoky eye look, so I want to have a nice light color that really ties in the smoky part to the upper part of my crease. Okay, so I love that. Next I'm going to go into the next row, which has the shade called Attic, and I'm just sticking to that Refer brush, and I'm going to coat that, and then I'm going to put that in the crease as well. I'm just going to try and keep that a little lower than the shade Display because I want to create like a gradient. Usually I make a gradient from left to right. Now I'm going up, down. So we started off with that lightest shade, and then I want to put this shade on. Okay, love that. Next I'm going to go into the shade Stitched, and I'm just using that same brush. I love the Blend Bunny formula. It's so blendable. Like, it's the perfect brand name for the formula she created because it honestly is so easy and just like beginner friendly. Okay, so I love how that's looking. Now I'm going to go back into the shade Display, which is that light taupey color, and I'm just going to use that to kind of diffuse everything in the crease. Look at how pigmented everything is. Like, I'm layering that on over a black, and it's still, you know, showing as pigmented. And now I'm going to go back into Stitch, and we're just going to layer that back on again just to make it nice and deep. And there's not a ton of fallout or anything. Actually, I don't think there's any fallout. So that's really cool. I'm actually filming a wear test for the new Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. So it's like Inception. I got a video inside a video inside a video going. But that is the crease work I wanted to do. So now I'm going to use the shade Harlequin, which is like a shimmery gunmetal color, and I just need to grab a flat brush. Okay, so I'm grabbing a Sigma E55. Gonna go into the shade Harlequin, and I'm grabbing my little setting spray that's almost out. I can feel it, and I'm just gonna tap that on. Okay, I want to take a little bit of the shade Lace. I'm curious to see. Ooh. So I layered the lightest shimmer with one of the deeper shimmers just to create like more dimension and give it like more color. And I love that for me. Love that so much. Okay, I love the look so far. So now I'm going to do my lower lash line. I'm going to need a black pencil. I'm grabbing this ColourPop one. This is in the shade Swerve. And I'm just going to put that in the waterline. Okay, so now I'm taking my pencil and I'm going to go into the shade Display, which is that pretty taupey color that I used very first shade on the crease. And I'm just going to blend that into my waterline. Blend that. Sorry, sometimes I zone out when I'm doing all of this extra stuff that I don't usually do with eye looks, but I was really inspired by that look she posted on her Instagram, so I'm trying my best to recreate it. Okay, and then for the inner corner, this is what I thought was cool in the look that inspired mine, is they use the shade Glass Eye, which is the beautiful shimmery blue shade in the inner corner, and I just thought that was such a fun touch for the look, a little bit unexpected. So I'm just going to add Glass Eye on the inner corner as well. Anyways, that is the completed eye look. I'm going to go ahead and do mascara and stuff off camera, throw on a lip color, and I will be right back to show you guys the final look. Okay guys, so here is look number 2 with the new Blend Bunny Dollhouse palette. So let me tell you what else is on my face. I have on the new Bridgerton highlighter from Pat McGrath. This is the shade Extreme Gold. It's that yellow one. So if you haven't seen my video on this collection, highly recommend checking it out because I didn't think that highlighter would work for me. I'm also wearing a blush from the Bridgerton collection. I'm wearing the shade Nymphette, which is this middle shade. I believe this is one of the lighter shades from the Pat McGrath blush collection. I have on my Samantha March bronzer, and then this lip color is a oldie but a goodie. This is Lime Crime in the shade Olive. I don't think you can buy these liquid lipsticks anymore, which is really unfortunate because there's so many beautiful nude shades in this line. So if you see them at like a TJ Maxx, make sure you're grabbing them. And then I did set my face with the infamous MAC Fix Plus. This used to be all the rage back in the day on YouTube, and I have a stash of these, so I'm trying to use them up. So that is the setting spray I used on my face. So yeah, this is look number 2. Let me know what you thought down in the comments. Let me know your favorite one. And now let's get into look number 3. You guys, we're gonna film look number 3 with the Blend Bunny Dollhouse palette. I'm so excited. So I was staring at this palette while I did my foundation and stuff, and I think I'm gonna do like a straight up neutral look with it because there's like these beautiful neutral metallics. So there's pin curls, we've got marionette, mannequin. So I kind of really want to use pin curls on the lid. So we'll see if we can pull it off. This is probably going to be like a really simple look, but I've already done like a green look. I did a mauve look. I did a smoky eye. And then I did like a colorful lid where I use like the blue and the purple and stuff. So I want to see what the depth of this palette is and the range of this palette. So I thought, since this is like their version of a neutral palette, I had to do a neutral look as well just to kind of complete all my looks. But this is the first 3 looks video I've done, I don't know, for this year at least. And so I'm really excited for myself. I'm really proud of myself. So if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comments. And yeah, just let me know in like first impression videos if you want to see like a 3 looks video. I can definitely try and do it. I probably won't get to it as quickly as you might want, but I'm trying some different things this year. That's what I'm most excited for. So I'm taking the shade Plastic, which is honestly like a peachy, warm shade, and I'm just throwing that in my crease because I really want to like brighten up my crease. And today I have on the Huda Beauty Stick Foundation. I kind of have been using so many new foundations that this one had sat on the back burner for a while. But I've been telling you guys in recent videos, it's been so cold here and so dry that like all of the more fall, summer foundations I was using was like not helping. Like my skin just felt so dry and dehydrated. So I turned to my Huda Stick Foundation and it did the trick, so I'm very happy to have that on because it feels really comfortable on my face right now. Okay, now I'm going to go into the shade Fasten, which is a dark brown, and I'm just sticking to that same brush. And in true Karen Harris fashion, I'm just going to throw that on the outer corner. The shade looks really pigmented, so I'm going to just put a little bit on both sides and then use this brush to blend it into the crease. I need a more tapered brush for this part, I think. This blending brush is a little too big for my outer corner, so I'm just grabbing this Sigma brush. Okay, I'm going to go back into Plastics with that blending brush and just going to help blend the inner and outer corner. Okay, I'm going to go into the shade Madame, which is like an even darker brown, just to see if I can deepen this up even more. Okay, sorry, I get really like picky about the details, so I had to perfect the outer corner. Now I need a flat brush. I'm gonna grab this one. It's a Sigma E57, and I'm gonna go into the shade Pin Curls, which is a pretty neutral color. Ooh, that is so pigmented. Wow, this palette, I swear, this is my #1 neutral palette. It's so stunning. The metallics are so buttery and like beyond opaque. And I'm actually blending it a little bit into the crease too, just to tie in that golden shade. Oh my goodness. I don't like to say like, oh, you should go get this. But listen, if you're in the market for a new indie neutral palette, this Blend Bunny palette is amazing. It's so good. I mean, I've done 5 eye looks with this now. That's kind of like a record for me because like I said, I don't usually always get the chance to do multiple looks on my channel with palettes because I try so many new things. But holy smokes, this palette is gorgeous. If I had friends that were really into makeup and wanted to try an indie neutral palette, I would recommend this one. I'm going to go into Mannequin, which is a rose gold shade, and I'm going to use that between the matte and the shimmer just to kind of blend. I don't like to have like a harsh line between the two, so I'm just using the rose gold metallic to blend those two shades together, and I think that worked out really well. I do have a little bit of fallout. I'm going to clean that up, but I also want to do a wing liner. I think I haven't done one in a long time. So I'm going to go ahead and do all of that off camera, and I will be right back to show you guys the finished look. I just sat down to film the outro to this video, and I realized that I filmed this entire look without my salt lamp or my one backlight turned on, so apologies in advance. But let me quickly tell you what else is on my face to complete this look. So highlighter is the Pat McGrath Bridgerton highlighter. This is the shade Incandescent Golden, such a pretty highlighter. I filmed a full video with this. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend checking it out. My blush is from Be Perfect. This is the shade Heat, such a beautiful like baked gelée neutral shade, so I love that. Samantha March bronzer. I'm so excited. I have so much pan in this bronzer. I cannot wait to pan that. And then I also have on the Rare Beauty. This is her Always Sunny bronzer stick. I have been trying to incorporate this more into my makeup and see if I like it layered, which so far I do. And then my winning foundation and concealer combo. So I have the Huda stick in the shade 405 Biscotti, which is my winter shade, and then the medium dark caramel shade in soft matte. This is the NARS concealer. And then lip is from Unearthly Cosmetics. This is the shade Leaves. I love this color so much. And then for setting spray, I have a combo. I'm trying to pan this soft focus setting spray from Hourglass. It's not really my favorite. It's okay, but it's so expensive. I would not repurchase that. And I'm using the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray from Charlotte Tilbury to make my makeup last longer. So that's everything on my face. Now, this is the completed look with the Dollhouse palette. This is look number 3. So if you made it to the end, leave me a heart emoji so I know you guys watch all 3 looks. Now let's quickly talk about the eyeshadow palette. I really like this palette, you guys. Like I said, I've been using it a ton, and it's been so fun for me to create so many different looks with this palette. I'm trying really hard in 2022 to buy less. I don't want to say I'm on a low buy or no buy or anything like that. I don't want to give myself any rules. I'm just trying to make the effort to use my products more and come back and try and think of new ways to present things that you've already seen on my channel. So hopefully you guys are enjoying that. But this palette is awesome. It's definitely already one of my favorite palettes of 2022. I'm sure you guys will see this a ton at the end of the year. I just really like it. I think the metallics are gorgeous. The mattes are really nice. I just really like this palette. I don't know what else to say. I feel like the fact that I created 5 looks with it is very telling, because I just wanted to showcase this palette for you guys. Now, I am a Blend Bunny affiliate, so I will leave the information down in the description box. You can use my code KHMAKEUP to save money. That is an affiliate code, so I will make a small commission. You don't have to use my code. I'm just letting you guys know, and I wanted to create this video as a reference in case anyone was wondering if they needed this palette, if this palette was diverse enough, this would be there for them. Just so you guys know, this palette is made in China. It is a 24-month shelf life and has a net weight of 1.05 ounces or 1 gram, and there's 30 shades in here, so each shade is a gram, and we have a full row of metallics up at the top and the bottom, and the rest of the rows are matte. So really like this. If you want to see even more looks, I would recommend checking out my first impressions video on this. I will link my Blend Bunny playlist at the end for you guys to check out, because I do have her other 2 palettes. Also, this was sent to me. I should let you know that she did gift this to me, so that was really exciting as well. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments. You know I love chatting to you there, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye guys.